You're listening to New England Real Estate Journal Radio with Rick Kaplan, New England source for commercial real estate news. This is New England Real Estate Journal Radio on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
Welcome to the New England Real Estate Journal Radio Show. I'm Rick Kaplan. We're broadcasting at the ABX Expo.
Rick Kaplan and Eric Wilson, right here on the Money Matters Radio Network and online at moneymattersboston.com.
And we're back on the New England Real Estate Journal Radio Show. I'm Rick Kaplan with Dip Patel of
Ecovent.
Ecovent.
Yes.
Oh, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see it. Ecovent. And you have a new product that's out in the market.
Yes, we do.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that product?
So what we've made is a very easy to install wireless system of vents and sensors for people who have central air to very quickly make their home more comfortable and efficient. And what it is these vents, and the air vents you have in your home, you just replace them with ours. They're wireless, battery operated, and they automatically open and close. And then we have these sensors that you plug into the wall, and they sense the climate of the room so that we really understand what's going on. And so as a homeowner, you plug these devices in, and the system figures everything else out automatically and allows you to change the temperature of each room independently.
Now, Dip, is this a product that's on the market right now, or is it in a testing stage still?
Yeah, that's a great question. We actually have 20 beta customers around the country that have systems now. And what we're doing now is taking pre-orders on our website at a huge discount and then pushing essentially production until January, February of next year. And then we'll ship later on next year in August.
Now, do you have a website people could go and see this product?
Absolutely.
Is it like a description or like a video?
Oh yeah, there's a video. There's good descriptions on there. There's a couple white papers that talks about the dangers of shutting off vents and things like that. And so the website is www.getecovent.com, and Ecovent is just the way it sounds, ECOVENT.
Now, this is also a product that you said that will be coming available to commercial properties as well.
Right. So the idea is the controls and the algorithms that work in a home also apply to a large building. And so our math will scale. And so in large buildings that already have a lot of variable air systems and things like that, you can actually just apply our controls to it. And the reason we can do that is we're a bunch of missile defense guys in the back. And so we're applying learning algorithms and the same kind of math and science that went into some of the military systems out there into actually making sure the system is balanced in the home.
Well, it sounds like a great product.
Thank you.
Sounds like an interesting product as well. You've been at the ABX all week? Yeah,
well,
the last 3 days?
we actually work right down the street. We were actually competing in a competition this week, and so today was the first day we could come.
Oh yeah,
and we finally got to come in.
Competition?
We won.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
Are you guys from the Boston area?
Actually, Yoel, who's my co-founder, grew up in Baltimore, and I grew up in Philly, but we both met at MIT, where we came to start a company, and it happened to be this one, and we've been cranking ever since.
Oh, fantastic!
Yeah.
Is there a number they can call to get a hold of you if they're interested in purchasing this
Absolutely. It's 856-343-2349.
Well, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, Rick.
And that was Dip Patel of Ecovent.
That's right.
Ecovent.
That's right.
Don't forget the name, like I did. Ecovent. It's a brand new product.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you. Our next interview on the New England Real Estate Journal radio show at the ABX Expo is with Bill True of Winco Windows. And Bill, tell me what type of products your company distributes, actually, or represents, I should say.
We represent Winco Window Company out of St. Louis, Missouri. Winco Window Company is the oldest architectural window company in the United States. We're 85 years old, family-owned business, and we make commercial windows. Everything is custom made, and we love to go in and help you with one window or 1,001 windows.
So you could take a whole project and you could fit it for all the type of windows that
the various types that you need. You're right, and that's what we like to do, is to go in and help the client, the owner, the architect out with listening to what the problems are, either with new windows or rehab. The window doesn't know where it's going, so we can put the windows in. We do the budget work. to find out what the costs are. We help the various owners and architects with the design of the windows, various alternates, and with depending on what is needed.
Now, you were saying before we came on the air that you have the ability to take the need that the client has, like for hurricane areas.
Absolutely.
For institutions that have special needs of different types of glass.
Different types of glass, different requirements. We get involved heavily in the hurricane windows. We do a lot down in Dade County, Florida with the hurricanes. We're out of St. Louis, so out there they're very much interested in tornado windows. So we get involved with that. Nowadays we get involved with the hospitals with human impact windows where people unfortunately will bang their heads against the window. We don't really want them to get hurt, but we try to help them out there. And one of the famous things going on right now, unfortunately because of 9/11, is blast resistant windows. We just completed a rather large project in the Boston area, the JFK Federal Building, where we had to meet the historical aspects of the windows, had to look like what they had there now, and they had to be blast resistant. That meant if somebody came in with a truck and blew the truck up, it wouldn't it wouldn't hurt the people on the inside. Right. And that's what we've done. We've done a number of military bases where we protect our big asset is our military.
That must be a big market right now.
It's a big market right now, and we've taken on the task. We actually have our own test chambers where we go and blow up windows. And
that sounds like a job I might like.
Well, it was, back in the early stages of this. My son got involved in it in conjunction with the University of Missouri, where we blew up windows, and he put his finger on the button and fire in the hole. There it goes. And when he came home back to Old Saybrook, Connecticut, he came back and had to get a signature off with a letter saying it's okay for you to go through the airport because the dogs would have picked up the explosive smell.
Yeah.
One of those.
You don't want someone that smells like that on a plane.
No. But he came through, but we blow them up to see what we have to do. It's fun blowing them up.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sometimes we used to have a bridge that we're going to destroy, and they blew the thing up. Well, we put our window near that bridge to see what the reaction was, because you put it on a camera like you have here and see what happens. You get the impulse of the thing, and now it's taken off. We do a lot of, like I said, Army bases, Navy bases, courts.
Well, I would also think a lot of the new construction, especially in major cities, that might be a nice product for them to putting in, because not just for the explosive part of things, it's the climate change and the different types of storms we're getting in.
Absolutely right. We incorporate some of our products. We do a lot with the National Park Service, where we go into old mills, and there's federal money involved in it on an old mill to make it look like it did back in the 1800s or whenever. There's only certain things you can do to the outside of the building, which they get the federal grants on. You have the roof. You can't do much with the roof as the roof, but they change the windows and to get more energy savings, and but they have to look like they did way back when. We do that.
Windows also have the energy saving component.
Absolutely, it's got the energy savings. Some of our windows have the energy savings. They're also blast related and the hurricane.
So you get everything.
We're trying to hit every need that we can.
Now, Bill, if someone is interested in getting some of the product or finding out more information about your product, could they? Did you have
Absolutely, we have a website. I have two websites. my son and myself and my daughter-in-law are located in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. True Enterprises. So if you get on the website, we have a fairly good website. True Enterprises, NE for New England.com. Go there, look us up, or you can go on to Winco Windows website, wincowindows.com. You'll see the extent of the things that we do. Small company, family owned, been around for 85 years, same people doing it.
So the customer service it has to be there.
It has to be there. There was one particular job that we did down in Providence, Rhode Island. It was LaSalle Academy. And way back when the original building was built, they had old wood windows in there. Back in 1954, they changed the windows from wood to aluminum. Well, a few years ago, they decided we want to get the old look that we had before, and I talked with the pastor down there, and the brother said, "Can you change it?" We can make them look like they used to do. And he said, "By the way, whose window are you going to replace?" And I looked at it, that's my window.
So your windows were already there.
We did the windows 50 years later. We replaced our own windows. The brother says, "By gosh, if you're around for 50 years, I think we could do it."
You're going to have another 50 years of windows.
I didn't do the thing 50 years ago, but they were still doing it, and we pulled out some of the old drawings. Lo and behold, the sizes didn't change, but we were able to.
Well, that's a good story, Bill, because now people know that your product lasts.
It lasts, and that's what's important today is listen to what our customers and the owners need. Try to take care of their needs with something that's going to help
How's
out.
the ABX show been going for
It's great. We have been in this show for a number of years now, and we always can count on 5 or 6 great leads that come out of the show, and that's why we signed up to come back again next year.
And they had an unbelievable crowd this year.
Yeah,
a lot of traffic.
Going through. We can't help everybody's needs because we're strictly commercial rated products, but the few that have come through, we'll help them out, and we'll be back again next year.
I appreciate you coming on the show, Bill.
Thank you very much.
True, and it's Winco Window Company.
True Enterprises, Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Give us a call.
And our next guest on the New England Real Estate Journal radio show at the ABX Boston Expo is Samuel Chastain of Alucoil.
Alucoil North America.
Alucoil North America. I'm not good at pronouncing company names or people's last names, so don't feel bad if I said it wrong. Okay?
No worries.
So tell me a little bit about Alucoil is all about and what the product is that they is it manufacturing?
Yes, we manufacture an aluminum composite panel. Our brand name is Larson by Alucoil, and our panel is synonymous with Alucobond, which is the Kleenex of the aluminum composite panel industry. We have a plant near Charleston, South Carolina, but the fun part about our company is that we're an international global aluminum company based in Madrid, Spain, and we've got plants in Spain, Australia, Brazil, as well as the United States.
Well, it's a good thing because we have viewers in Spain that watch the show.
Oh, great. I can address
in Italy and all over the world.
We can be multilingual.
But so what would they use your product and what part of the building?
Our material is specifically the exterior cladding portion of the building. It's under Section 7, and it would be considered the moisture or the vapor barrier, if you will. You have the vapor barrier, which does not permit water or moisture to enter the building, and ours is the external cladding, which goes on top of that, or the insulation, and provides that last aesthetical touch to the building, gives it character.
And see, that's why we have you as the expert on this, because I don't think I could have said any of that. It sounds very complicated. So this is all in the process of the pre-construction.
Oh, no, this is at the very end.
Oh, at the very end.
After the insulation's up, after the curtain wall's up, you'll come by, and either in some of the elements in the spandrel panels, infill panels, or either major elements where you don't have glass, you'll have the composite panels. And for everybody up here in New England, a good place to look would be the new rental car building called the Conrack Building at the Logan Airport. And all the rental car facilities are now inside of there. The outside of the building, it has these nice looking champagne colored panels. Those are our panels.
Okay, so it's a sort of an exterior product.
Exterior wall cladding.
So you would see it would be exposed. It's not something that is inside the walls.
Correct.
It's exposed.
Yes, it's an exterior wall panel. In fact, the paint coatings used on this type of material are 30-year coatings. It was PVDF Kynar resin, originally developed for coating tubes in the oil industry out in the desert. So it's strong stuff designed for longevity, even in coastal environments.
So this would be good for an architect when they're designing a project.
Completely.
They use a product like this for maintenance as well as longevity.
Yes, exactly, because aluminum does not corrode in general. The paint systems are 30-year paint systems, guaranteed for 30 years, but the lifespan is 50 years. If you look at projects like the ball at the Epcot Center, that's made of aluminum composite material, and that's been around since the early 80s.
Yeah, that's true. So are there any other projects that if people want to see some of your projects that your product is being used?
Absolutely. If you're up here in New England, a great project to look at is the new complex at 275 Albany Street. 160,000 square foot of our panels are going up on the building right now, and it's being fabricated and installed by Limo Construction, a big force here in New England.
So if someone wanted to see your products, go to a website, what would that be?
It would be www.alucoilnorthamerica.com, and Alucoil is spelled ALUCOIL.
And we're back on New England Real Estate Journal Radio. I'm Rick Kaplan, and today we're at the New England Real Estate Journal, but we're at the ABX Boston Expo today, and we have our next guest standing right next to me is Carlos Orta.
How you doing, Rick?
Good. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Thank you.
And he's with notcedar.com, but what's the real name of the company?
Well, the company's Tropical Timberwoods. The product we're pushing here, or promoting, or offering, is Terrata hardwood shingles. We have the not cedar because everything else is known as cedar, but ours is a tropical hardwood, naturally resistant to insects and decay, Class A fire-rated roof system, untreated, and the beauty is zero maintenance once you put it up.
See, that is the beauty, because if anyone knows New England is regular cedar shingles, you tend to have to replace those every, what would you say, every 10 years?
I'm not going to speculate on that. I'll let you guys say that. I know ours will last.
I know for a fact, you know.
Okay.
Especially the closer you are to the ocean, the more you have to replace them.
Ours, we give you a 25-year warranty against fungal decay. Like I said, zero maintenance, and I hear that cedar has to be maintained yearly and oiled and so on,
right,
where you get away with that completely with our product.
But one of the nice things about the product is that you don't have to keep oiling it, and you don't have to maintain it. It's self-maintained.
Self-maintained. It's got a natural oil in it. Natural oil. No, we've got installations down in South America that are about 60 years old and with the original shingles on there with zero maintenance.
60 years old?
Yes, sir. On a roofing shingle.
A roofing shingle.
A real wood product, but just it's not cedar.
But that's another thing. It's real wood.
It's real wood. It's not a composite.
It's not a composite.
It's got no chemical treatments whatsoever. It's all natural. It's got a natural resin to it, which helps deter water and insects and so on.
And this installs the same way as you would a regular shingle.
It installs exactly like an 18-inch perfection #1 cedar shingle. Exactly the same.
That's great. So why wouldn't anyone use that?
I don't know. Well, that's why we're here, trying to promote it, get it out to people, and the response from contractors and architects has been very good. They just didn't know about it, and
right,
they're glad to hear there's something else out there.
How long have you been up here in New England?
Well, just for this show, the whole week now. But the
product.
Oh, the product. We got installation in Martha's Vineyard, and we've got plenty of installations in New Jersey, down in the Caribbean, down in Florida, and so on, where I'm from, and throughout the world. Actually, we just started marketing up here.
So this is a brand new market for you, and you the first year at the ABX in Boston.
Yes, sir.
How's it going here?
It's been going. It's well. It's been real good reception. Like I said, people had an architect say this morning. He said, it doesn't matter how long he comes to these things, he always finds new products.
That's right. So it's well received here.
Very well received. Yes.
If someone wanted to find out more information about notcedar.com,
Well,
they
about-
probably go to notcedar.com.
Just go to notcedar.com. It's a landing page. It'll take you to Torada Hardwood Shingles. There's information there. You get a hold of us there. Not a problem.
And if they want to call you on a regular telephone, because we do have some old timers that don't have.
Well, let me see here. It's 855-4-TURADA, TURADA,
Perfect.
which is the brand name of the product.
And that's Carlos Order of notcedar.com and the real company name,
Tropical Timberwoods.
Tropical Timberwoods. And we appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye now.
And we're here at the ABX Expo in Boston. My next guest is the one and only Carlton Cooper, the one everyone knows.
Hey,
Hey, Carlton.
how you doing?
Good. So, Eldorado Stone, who has had a project of the month?
Product of the month.
Product of the month.
Our outdoor fire bowl.
And that's been a great seller for you this year.
We are having a hard time keeping up with the demand. We have so much demand right now. We're having a hard time producing them and getting them out to the street, which is a good problem to have. So it's a popular product.
Well, that's important.
That's good. Very good. Yep.
So it's a product that can be used in a lot of different facilities as well as residential.
Correct. It was originally designed as a residential piece, but we're actually seeing it used on rooftop decks for apartment buildings, hotels, outdoor seating areas for hotels, assisted living. And you start to see a lot more restaurants now that are having an outdoor seating area. People want to sit down, have a little fire. Simply just turns on lights, no wood, no ashes, no smoke. A lot more friendly to the people sitting around.
It's a oval shape.
It's a
fire
circle.
pit.
It's a circle fire pit. It's
a circle.
and we have a
oval circle. What's the difference? Oval's a little elongated.
Exactly. Yeah. And actually, at the Builder Show in Vegas in the spring, we're actually coming out with a square with a little bit of round version to it. So we're trying to mix it up a little bit more and try to hit everybody's needs.
Yeah, but it's a little safer than having a wood fire out.
It is. It's a lot safer.
A lot of places they just can't have that. The
Correct.
ordinance wouldn't
Correct.
allow
And especially a place like a restaurant. There's a lot of restaurants there. City ordinances won't allow that. They'll allow a gas flame like that, no problem, because you can just shut it off and you're done.
Right.
You don't have to worry about hitting it with a hose and worrying about ashes going out or anything like that, which is great.
Yeah, well, I think they also don't want the place burning down.
This is true too. Yes.
That's an important safety feature. So, you said that there's another product that will be launched.
We're going to launch a square version of those bowls in the same finish as the gray and the tan as well, plus a couple other new ones as well that we're not really releasing yet.
So there'll be a whole line of products.
Exactly.
And it's all propane or natural gas?
Propane or natural gas. We also have a conversion kit, so if you want to run it off your standard grill gas tank, you can do that as well, just an adapter that goes along with it.
And you can also make this a little portable fire pit.
With that conversion kit, like for me as the sales rep, I can put it in the back of my truck. I can bring it to an architect's office, do a little sit down or a job site, fire it up, and it's right there. I don't have to have it hard lined in like a permanent fixture.
Now, this is now a common thing that architects and developers are looking at.
You start to see a lot more of it. The inside is moving out.
Yeah.
A lot more businesses, a lot more people want that comfort area, that seating area, a place to gather on the outside of the buildings. And you're starting to see it now, 3-season. It's starting to get more into the colder seasons now, instead of just the summer. Instead of just the summertime.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a nice feature.
It's very nice.
If you go to a nice hotel or a nice, I would say a nice motel, because I'm not in the same.
You're not a
class
high
as
roller.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
So if you go to a nice hotel and you go out in their patio there, and you can have a couple of cocktails. And it could be the middle of the fall, the beginning of winter.
Exactly. And you see a lot of hotels now. We deal with some of the long-term hotels now that they want to give their residences that comfort. They've got the suites with the kitchens inside. Well, you go outside, and now we have our fire bowls, and some of them are actually using our outdoor kitchen cabinets as well. So they're setting up a grill out there. So if you're staying at the long-term suite, you want to grill some burgers outside, you can, and then go sit by the fireplace and have a beer.
Oh, that's a nice feature.
Which
hotel.
Same with assisted living facilities. If you got some elderly tenants that are there, that's their new home.
Right.
They need a little bit of care, but they have those homey type features for the tenants.
And it's also like an apartment complex. and it brings the community together.
Clubhouses at apartment complexes and larger developments, same thing. We're doing the same thing as well.
See a lot of uses.
Tons of uses.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how's the ABX Expo going for you?
This is actually the best I've seen this show in a number of years. The traffic has been steady. The first couple hours on Tuesday was a little quiet, and then it picked right up. Yesterday was the busiest I've seen in a while, and this, for being the shorter day, has been the busiest I've ever seen the last day for the show in probably at least 5-6 years.
And if it's that it's a good show if Colin Cooper is here, because everyone follows Colin anywhere he goes.
Nice. And the one thing you can tell, we were at a point yesterday afternoon where this place got real loud, and it wasn't a speaker in the corner and a loudspeaker. It was the conversations in the hallways, and you look down and you saw a lot of people. And from all the vendors I've talked to, it's good quality people they're talking to. Everybody's in a positive look at things. Business is picking up. It's all solid, forward progress, not naysayers saying, "Oh, the bottom's going to fall out. Oh, we're having a tough time."
I mean, all the interviews and all the people I've talked to at the show today have all had positive comments about it.
Yeah.
The traffic was great. The amount of people they were networking with was fantastic.
I've talked to a couple contractors that, when I spoke to them this time last year, were wondering what was going on. One of them told me yesterday he's got a 2.5-year wait for work. He does some high-end homes up on Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire. And I'm like, that's a good situation to be in.
That's right. Now you got 2 years worth of work.
Things are picking back up.
That's
it's a steady flow. It's good work. It's not just fill-ins. It's good. It is great.
That's a good
It's about
sign.
time to see things rebounding.
It's a good sign. There's money out there.
Exactly.
People are starting to build again.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Carlton.
Very much. Thank you.
And we're gonna close out the show, and I wanted to close it out with my good friend Carlton, because Carlton is a big help with Cocktails and Conversation, which we are having one in Hartford, Connecticut, November 19th at the Hartford Hilton. And if you want to get tickets and you haven't got one yet, you can go to our website, or you can actually email us at radio@nerej.com. And I think this deal is done.